Glory be to God, Mighty God Ministries, episode 24, I believe. And I'm going to do this a quick one because I actually had a crazy day. And I'm waiting for the day to play out, the weeks and the months, because it's amazing. God will answer your prayers. And I had some crazy stuff happen today. I am like so pumped up to make a video about that, but I'm actually holding off because of the fact that I'm waiting to see how it plays out, to see what he does, because our God is a glorious God, and the things he does is just amazing me every time. It blows my mind, and things don't go always perfect, and I'm going to tell a story about that, how I had some trials and tribulations this week, and not a bad thing because everything's a learning process. But one thing I am going to say, I don't know if I spoke about this in a video before, but it was answered prayers. I was going through some issues. This is a couple years ago, maybe 3-4 years ago, I can't remember, and I don't know if I talked about this or not, but I wanted to make it about a car. And I had a big truck. And, you know, when this was during like COVID and all that, and like the car prices were just crazy, loans, interest rates, they were through the roof. So it didn't matter how much money you make or what you do. And I wasn't making a ton at the time, but like if you were going to buy a car, like you were just getting smoked. I mean, there's just no way around it. The prices were just so high. And again, this channel is to glorify God. So it's to show how he comes through when you pray. So I literally had my like back up against the wall, is what you would say, because I had this truck, and it was a sweet truck. It was a Silverado. It had, you know, all the options, but it was a lease car, and I had to turn it in. And I was driving to Cleveland. I was way over my miles. I mean, like way over. But it was like, you know, like maybe like, you know, 3,000 over or 4,000 over what it should be. So I went to all the dealerships around my area, not to knock any of them, but you know, every single one of them were like, we'll take this off your hands for if you pay us $3,500, or they were like, you know. And at the time, the car manufacturers made these rules where like you couldn't sell them before you could sell a lease. Well, then they got smart because they wanted to make the money off of them. So they made these rules that like you had to turn them into the dealership of the model you bought the car, essentially. So there was like no way around it. So I'm like, I am gonna get just toasted on this, and then I don't even have a car. So I'm like, you know, praying. I'm like, I don't know what to do, because I went to a couple of dealerships, and again, they just want to like you to pay them to give it in, and the car is worth the money. Like if I just would have got they would have paid me the price of the car, I would have gladly gave it to them, because it was worth a ton of money. I had a ton of equity in it because the way the loans, I had it before COVID, and this was after. So what ends up happening is God answers my prayer. He answers my prayer, and there's a company called Rodo out of New York. Shout out to them. I don't know them. I'm not really promoting them, but I'm just saying that's who he used to answer my prayer. And I found them online, and I don't know how they did it. I think they had to be a dealer, but they were able to come out, pick the car up. I think I did tell this story, but and I didn't even know it was going to happen that way, because I was concerned, because there was a guy that came out, and like he came out, had a hoodie, and he was just a worker through another company. But I'm like, is this legit? You know what I mean? You had to take your license plate off. I had just taken the insurance off the car, and I'm like concerned, like I'm going to be like, you know, like I hope something does bad. But you know what? God came through for me. He answered another prayer. And you know what happened? They took the car, they paid off the loan. I had nothing on it, and then I was able to get another car. So again, I think I went over this, but you know, it just made me think of it today. I was driving, and it made me think of it again, how he answers our prayers. You know, he is so good. The God we serve is amazing. He is so good. I can't wait to see what he does next. And you know, I'm gonna splurge a little bit, because he'll send me to some people, and sometimes it goes good, and sometimes it goes bad. Sometimes I'm like, did I make a difference towards that? But I know he does it, because you know what I believe? I believe even if it seems like it doesn't go well, it gives him something, or I don't know how he does it. Again, I don't understand, but it's almost like he can plant a seed or something, and that seed might be dead when you plant it, or you talk to someone and you're like, that did not go well. But you know, that gives God, he can take that seed and give it life. So it's amazing what he can do. And I'm going to hold off, because this other thing that happened, it happened today. And I was praying to God, and I was doing my normal routine. And I say, Lord, please let me be your servant. You know what I mean? Because it's an honor to serve God. Because when he sends you to people to do stuff, it is like an honor. You feel so good inside. Like there's no explanation. It's like his love and peace. But it's just like, I'm praying. I'm like, God, please use me today. I go, I know I'm just a vessel. I go, I know, God, I know you don't need me. I go, you can make anything, create anything. I go, I don't know. I know you just want my love, and you don't even need to use me. But if I can be used in any way for you, Lord, to glorify your name, please use me. And you know what's funny? He answered that prayer today on the spot. And I'm not going to tell that story yet, because it just happened, and I want to see what happens, because the people asked some questions, and I answered them. But I am like so excited. And you know what happens? Again, I like to help anybody, But you know what happens? They were believers. They were believers. And I said, God, you did it again. I was like so excited. I go, you did it again. You are amazing, God. I go, and again, this channel is to glorify God, you know, and like you can't, you know what's funny? You can't even make this stuff up. Like that is how amazing it is. He can't make this stuff. I'm looking up right now and I'm looking at the clouds and the skies. He's just amazing. We serve a God that is amazing. There's no other way to put it. Amazing. I'm going to cut this video off because I got to go in to a place that I'm super excited about that, because I'm going to learn some new stuff that I don't know, but I'm super excited. Again, this channel is to glorify God. Love you, God, love you, Jesus, love you, Holy Spirit. It is to glorify God. So if you are not saved, you're on the fence, or you have a question, click the description, read the salvation prayer below, read that out loud, and that will start your journey. I promise you that is the best thing you will ever do in your life. You start that journey, and it will take time, but he'll start changing things. You'll see miracles happen. They're not just in the past. We think of them in the past. They're not. They are happening today. Little acts of kindness are miracles. So again, God bless you, and we'll see you in the next one.